Alright, I'm Blacked Out Reviews, and this is my review of Twisters. I gotta tell you, I don't have any nostalgia for the original movie. I'm a Gen Z kid, so I never grew up with the original, and I literally watched the original the day before I watched the new one. And I gotta tell you, that it was okay. I thought it was fine as it is, but going into this one, I just gotta tell you, I really enjoyed it. And the one thing I really appreciate about this is the fact that it's a good standalone film on its own. Because while yes, it does have a couple of nods and references to the original, I like the fact that you could go into this movie with no prior knowledge of the original movie. They don't have some Force Awakens, Ghostbusters type deal where they go oh my god, it's iconic character number 25. No, there's nothing like that. If you go into this, you don't have to know anything. You're just gonna have a good time going in. And going into characters and all that, I think that the characters in this are really more engaging than the original. I like Daisy Edgar Jones's main character. I like her motivation for having to come back and deal with the Twisters and all that. But I think the standout for this is Gwen Powell, because the characters in the original are fine in my opinion, but the characters in here just have such electric and more energized personalities to each other, and nothing compares more to this movie than Gwen Powell, because this man needs to be a household name because of this. Because I might be over exaggerating, but I really think the role he has for this movie as a tornado twister rustler wrangler type deal, it's very cool. He has this cool energy to him that just makes me go damn man, I'm just watching a good time movie. And I like the fact that he and his crew are just a couple of YouTubers with 1 million subs, which by the way, my lawyer has heavily suggested to me that I promote you subbing and subscribing to my YouTube channel, commenting, liking, but that's just my lawyer talking. That's not me. Anyway, back to the video. And overall, I think he's the highlight of this movie. His whole, everything he brings with the way he rides and the whole rockets and all that stuff he has. Honestly, it's really it's some of the best moments of the movie. And I will say this is with the character motivations. It's not even with just Gwen Powell. It's with everyone here. Because in this, I like the fact that there's more depth to these characters. When we first meet Gwen Powell's character, we think he's this douchebag YouTuber who's in it just for the fame of it. But we actually get real depth within these characters, and it's actually cool because even though we're only here really just for the tornadoes and all the action for that, I like the fact that it still takes time to focus on characters and their journeys throughout this. And along with that is I like the fact that the tornadoes in general just feel more real. Honestly, you could feel the danger coming into this, not even just with the lighting, the thunder and all that stuff, and the type of stuff that it just throws at them with cars and all the debris and everything. It just feels more visceral for the way that it does it. And another thing I will compliment about this film is that being the fact that Twisters is already a movie, I like the fact that it brings it to a modern age in 2024. Because while the original was about competitive storm chasers and all that stuff, I like this one just feels more up to date, where it has these private companies and YouTubers and stuff like that, to where it's not too cringe for the way it does it. It just feels more updated for a more modern audience. And with that, I think the tornadoes in general, for what I need to say about it, it just feels more appealing as it feels like a monster movie, because it's not even about them collecting data. It's about them trying to survive it, to where they have to avoid it but still try to make it out of there. And I like the fact that, I don't know if this was intentional, but in the final part of the movie where they're trying to survive the biggest tornado, it's really an action-packed, it's really engaging, is the fact that they're in a movie theater watching Frankenstein. And that kind of made me really think that's what they're going for, to have this monster movie type vibe, to where it's just survival of this unbeatable force of nature. And I really thought it was really cool to see. But honestly, in general, this is just a really feel-good summer blockbuster, and honestly, I really think that you really should go see it. This is a solid 7 out of 10. This is just a really fun film that honestly I think anyone could just pick up and enjoy. And I gotta be real for you, I really hope this does well at the box office, because I feel like this is gonna get burned by Deadpool and Wolverine, because that comes out like a week after. So like, I swear to God, I hope we don't have like another Fall Guy situation where it gets killed, because honestly, I think this movie really deserves it, especially for being like one of the few sequels slash remakes that's better than the original. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it deserves more than what I think it might do. By the way, that's really about the end of the video. I know I said I was going to do my Star Wars Acolyte video at the end of the last video, but I just finished up the script for that, and it turns out that's like 9 pages long, so I'm going to need some time there. But yeah, that's really about it. Like I said, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I want to thank you all for watching. It really does mean a lot. But yeah, that's really about it. I'm Black Dog Reviews, and I reviewed it, so you don't have to. Thank you for watching.